Oh, I wasn't even, can I get it out? I wasn't even thinking about going live until I seen some stuff. Now, how y'all doing? How are y'all doing? Whew. Hey, I hope y'all having good. Now, I should say, I hope Mogo is talking to you. I really do. But look, check this out. I don't know how long this is going to be, but it might be pretty long. Who knows? We might ruffle. Matter of fact, I'm going to ruffle some feathers in this. Hey, I haven't been alone for a long, I haven't been alive for that long. We all know. Once you have been, once you enter that special egg and you start to develop, life starts. It don't start when she have you. So you're actually older than you think. And some people got that old soul, some people don't. There's a lot of NPCs. There's a lot of bots that's roaming around this place. Now look, I'm not religious. No, 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 no. I think for myself. I have a very high conscious of what this place may be, what this place is. We are here to produce, not to consume. But now check this out. Since I've been a little young buck, right? I heard of this stuff called religion. And we know there's a lot of people conditioned to this shit. Oh man, it's what y'all say? We're gonna use the sheep word that everybody's used to. Diabolical. Diabolical. So, as a little one, I start to hear these sects, right? You know, Christian, Catholic, Buddha, all of this imaginary man-made shit that people follow for people that don't know how to think for themselves. So now, check this out. There's something among us that what the human civilization has created, and things like me, creatures like me, don't know how to accept it because their little pea brain ass brains don't want to accept the truth. Now, I knew religion was strong. Oh, I knew religion was very strong. But damn, I didn't know it was this strong. Always wondered. Always heard all empires, whole armies have perished over one woman. Whole armies, whole entire fleets have perished, have went to war over a woman. One woman. Because a low testosterone coomer ass male want his girl back that don't even want him no more. Because he's not practicing SR. My word. So, as we speak right now, as I'm talking right now, literally, there's somebody that's getting There's somebody that's getting dismembered. There's somebody that's in terror, pure terror. Little infants, grown adults, in pure terror dome. But Jesus is coming back to save you. Don't piss me off. You want to be thinking y'all special bird brain ass beings. Now, I want to go over. I just couldn't take this no more because it's literally driving me nuts. Now, I want to play something for y'all. Two people that honestly think this character, Jesus, is coming back for them. No, not for World War II and the one before that one, World War I. No, not all the deaths that's going on as we speak. But he's coming back for you, though. Give me a break. I don't give a shit if you're Christian, Catholic, you read this Bible, that Bible, the Quran. Get all of that bullshit out of here. Do you know the amount of terror is going on right now as we speak? Pure terror. But we're going to let these people that think they're more special than others speak real quick about digital ID, about artificial intelligence. This is going to be funny, very funny. These people honestly think they're special. I don't give a shit what you believe in, let alone pray, because you don't even understand what prayer means. Words are spells, right? You don't even know what you are. And this one right here, what's her name? Melina King? You're so pretty. You're so pretty. So lost. What a waste. But I'm going to let you speak. And we're going to listen to how delusional these people are. And then I'm going to give my own opinion, like I always do. Let's go.
So you guys know about all the things that I've been talking about, and I'm telling you, if you pay attention, more and more comes out about it every day, about the New World Order, what is happening with digital IDs, which have been rolled out in the United States, Illinois. I gave you that video yesterday. But look at what is going viral today, and we've got to get into the details of all of this stuff. Take a listen.
My prediction is that work will be optional.
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 This scares a lot of folks here when it comes to the future of jobs. So let's hear about your thoughts, Elon and Jensen, on that.
Sure. Well, say like in the long term, where will things end up? Long term, I don't know what long term is. Maybe it's 10, 20 years, something like that. For me, that's long term. My prediction is that work will be optional.
Optional.
Optional. So
We'll take that.
yeah, I mean it'll be like playing sports or a video game or something like that. If you want to work, this.
Listen to what he's telling you. Pay attention. please pay attention. I know a lot of y'all have short attention span, but try to bear with it.
The same way, like you can go to the store and just buy some vegetables, or you could grow vegetables in your backyard. It's much harder to grow vegetables in your backyard, but some people still do it because they like growing vegetables. That will be what work is like, optional. And between now and then, there's actually a lot of work to get to that point. If you go out long enough, assuming there's a continued improvement in AI and robotics, which this seems likely, the money will stop being relevant at some point in the future. Now there will still be constraints on power, like electricity and mass. The fundamental physics elements will still be constraints, but I think at some point currency becomes irrelevant.
I gotta hit the beat, but the feeling keeps kicking in. Currency becomes irrelevant. And if you guys haven't been paying attention, Elon Musk has been posting this stuff all week, showing what our future is going to look like. Even the robot hitting the person. That work is going to be optional. Doesn't it sound good? I'm here from the government, and I'm here to help. Anytime the government puts out things to make our lives easier and more comfortable, and
What do you mean all week? Baby girl, what do you mean all week? They've been trying to warn the public for years. A good easily 5 years. What are you talking about?
it's going to bring peace and security, peace and safety. That is where you need to be looking at and be terrified. I'm not terrified because I told you where my trust and belief is. Okay, but this is what I guess the robot's gambling and all of that. But then also, the robot is doing surgery. And there's several videos like this, okay? And so if you're not paying attention, people think this is just some faraway thing. He's saying 10 to 20 years is the
10 to 20 years. Y'all are so stupid. They throw these imaginary numbers out when the shit is happening right now as we... The shit is happening right now as we speak. For him to even say 10 or 20 years, it's for the bird brain ass people like you to literally regurgitate and honestly believe this shit.
is the long term. I think it's way sooner than that. But this is why they're rushing. They're rushing for a reason, guys. They're spending trillions of dollars on this AI infrastructure, Project Stargate, and the electricity. In fact, I'm going to do a video breaking that down and their power needs and why they're doing all of this. But we know, for me, I understand the global system that has rolled out. We've talked about it over and over here. But they need all of this. Sorry, I'm going to turn up. That image is making my stomach hurt. They need all of this power for a specific reason. They need all of this AI power, trillions of dollars being spent. Okay, AI right now is propping up, these AI companies are propping up the stock market. We've talked about the global currency, where now in Europe, I brought you that video yesterday, the EU, they're doing away with cash. You're no longer going to be able to use cash. And anything that's in digital currency, like Bitcoin and all of that, anything you spend or anything over 1,000.
Right now, Bitcoin is going down. You got these people that's trying to get rich real quick, right? Using AI, not knowing the big dogs at the top is... These people think there's a window right now to become rich. No, it don't matter what. You got to understand, they are going to pick their own personal currency. You got it? They are going to make you fold. If you ain't mentally checked out to prepare to go along with a system or be poor, it's only two ways. Go along with a system, and we all know people's going to fight to protect the system because they're lost. And you have people like her that's trying to speak like she's just okay because she believes in this imaginary whatever thing is going to save her. It didn't come back before her family was even created. Her whole family tree, whoever that may be, was even thought of. This thing called Jesus didn't come back for any of that. But you honestly think this thing called Jesus is going to come back for you, though? Little ones being dismembered. Grown adults right now in people's basements being horrified out of their wits. No one's coming back. No one's coming to save you.
Dollars, it has to be tracked and traced by this new global system. But we also know that digital ID lays the groundwork for what? What? Social credit score. We brought in how the WEF and all their plans and how they want to control every aspect of your life. But getting into this whole thing about whether he also says you will own nothing and you will be happy. That we all know that statement. But then also now you won't work. Money will be irrelevant. All of the how is that possible? Because if you don't work, if everything is irrelevant except for what they tell you is relevant, this is why I say voting is not going to matter. People have all this outrage online about different politicians and factions within the left, factions within the right. They don't care. None of it matters. There's a reason why you're seeing all of these things happening at the same time, and you've got to open your eyes and ears. You've got to be prepared. I have another thing about 3i Atlas I'm going to do right after this.
Yeah, you most definitely better be prepared because this imaginary person is not coming back for your ass at all. You people got some sort of mental fucking condition that y'all literally need to be evaluated, looked at, because religion got y'all completely fucked up. All fucked up. This don't give a damn about no religion. Matter of fact, AI has already infiltrated religion. Artificial intelligence have already infiltrated religion. When you talk to your Chat GPT, your Google Grok, what do you think you're conversating with? You're conversating to a digital god. I pray for y'all.
This one, because we've got to put these signs and wonders together. No man knows the day or the hour, but we are told that we will know the season. We're commanded to look for these signs and wonders and know the season. If anyone says that digital ID and the social credit score, which is being implemented, social credit score has been implemented in Utah. I told you, we went over that yesterday. But if you don't understand that this is the groundwork for the B system, they already leaked about how we're going to need multiple vaccinations. They need a vaccine passport added to your digital ID because they have multiple vaccines coming out.
Guarantee She was one of those ones that took a shot. Guarantee. I guarantee.
For the next pandemic. They actually, we played that enough where Tony Blair lets it slip and other people have let it slip. But let's get into this. This is actually a really good video because it's going to kind of show you, bring together a lot of things that happened just this week that you're going to want to pay attention to.
So AI is transforming customer service. That's obvious. We know that. The leader in the category is Finn. That's our product. We're best in the benchmarks. We win in every bake-off. And we're voted number 1 on G2. We now have customers with resolution rates in the 90s. And that's for complex queries, which Finn is particularly good at. We back that all up with the Finn $1 million guarantee. Learn more at Finn.ai.
I settled 8 wars, and I'll tell you, His Majesty would like me to do something very powerful having to do with Sudan.
So in case you didn't know, he settled 8 wars. And so it's kind of interesting how all of these people from all across the world are going to one individual in the world to solve the world's problems. They are all going to President Trump, which I think is something to take note of. But he solved 8 wars, and to continue on his resume for being the peace president, or the president of peace, it says Ukraine says ready to work on U.S. plan to end war with Russia. And so those 8 wars that he has solved could be 9 pretty soon. But in other news, Chinese hackers used Anthropic's AI.
It's funny how you talk about wars. And its being have never came back for any of these people that have been in these wars. But you think you're just so special that he's going to come back for your bird brain ass? It makes no sense. It makes no sense. It's crazy. You have conscious adults, people that so-called pay bills, have family, have lives, right? But still think in delusional, thinking that something's coming to save them.
To automate cyber attacks. I just want you to think about that for a second. It is automated cyber attacks, which means no humans were involved in these cyber attacks. The humans just basically told the AI what to do, and the AI took over from there and did the rest. This is crazy. So now people don't only have to worry about being hacked by a human, but now they need to be worried about being hacked by artificial intelligence. And speaking of how crazy artificial intelligence is getting right now, the EU is expanding censorship through the Digital Services Act. And by the end of 2025, all member states must appoint trusted flaggers to enhance online security. There's articles like this where a man in Germany called government workers parasites on X, and a few hundred views later, police raided his home, seized his phones, took biometrics, demanded DNA, and warned he is now under surveillance. And you know how cool it is to have artificial intelligence in a toy? Well, a children's toy? Well, this thing has artificial intelligence in it, and it is giving advice on things that it has no business talking about to children. And it's also giving the location on where they can find knives. And then Google CEO says that AI is the most profound technology humanity has ever worked on, and that we're going to have to work through societal disruptions, and that people are just going to have to adapt. And then Mr. Musk here is shaking hands with a robot in this picture, but it says AI and robots would eventually allow work to become optional for human beings. Money would become irrelevant, and poverty would cease to exist. Now, I just want to remind you real quick, in case you forgot, in Genesis, God told Adam when he cursed him, he said, I am cursing the ground for your sake. And so it is good for men to be working, because if we are not working, then we fall into a whole bunch of things that we typically would not fall into. And so if there is no jobs, or if you just want to do a job just for a hobby or something like that, because there's no more money and there's universal basic income and all this kind of stuff, it sounds all fine and dandy, but you need to understand the dangers that go behind it. This is pretty much what...
Honestly, you couldn't even resist COVID. They scared the shit out of y'all when COVID came. You got people literally fighting people, talking about put on a mask, social distance. Their brain gets literally high. Grown adults with children pay bills, mortgages, all this shit, all this shit that the human being put value on material bullshit. You couldn't even resist that. So you honestly think you fist to get on here like her, and she's so pretty. What a waste. She's so pretty. But brain is so fried. Because she honestly thinks someone's coming to some imaginary being is fist to come save you. Didn't save the baby. Getting by this monster a couple of days ago. Didn't come from World War I. 2. People get murdered every day. But he's coming back to save you, though. Shut that. Let's keep rocking.
Took place in Sodom and Gomorrah, according to Ezekiel, because in Ezekiel, he basically describes Ezekiel as having an abundance of food and an abundance of idleness, which led to all kinds of terrible things that followed suit after that reality was there. But that seems to be not too far away in the near distant future from where we are today. And so when you couple the idea of the universal basic income along with the automated cyber attacks that are currently taking place right now, a way that they might try to decorate and package this idea that they're going to present to us sooner or later is, why don't we all just go on over to a digital ID where they can't hack it? They'll label it and say, oh, this is unhackable, and it'll be more safe, it'll be more secure, all of those shiny words.
You people are going to fold like a lawn chair. Because you're not even mentally ready to really thug it out. You're not ready. You're going to accept the same way you sheep accept it. I don't even have nothing right now but that take that. The same way y'all accepted that, you're going to accept this. 100 over 100.
And so this could be how we get to that point. Now, we already know that point is coming. The only question on the table is, how are we going to get there? Because we know sometime in the future, there is going to be a mark of the beast that is going to be introduced into the world. And so obviously, I believe that's not going to take place until 3.5 years into the tribulation. And so we're not yet there. But the foundation for the mark of the beast to being built and prepared, I think that's happening right now. And I think we're seeing the foundation of it all being laid in front of our eyes because of everything that's taking place. And so with all things considered, we got a lot of things to try to track. It's overwhelming. And so I never want this to distract you from the main thing. If you're a born again believer, the main thing is always going to be the main thing. And that's to tell people about Jesus and tell them how they can know for sure that they can get to heaven, because it sure seems like time could be short.
I settled 8.
Fucking delusional. And it's funny, my sweater, literally on the back of my sweater, got Jesus on it. Do all the praying that you want. None of that shit is going to stop you. And people don't even understand or even can comprehend even how to pray right. None of that. There's no one coming for you.
Wars. And
this is the 1,400 hours a year you waste on your phone.
These
Purdue Global,
these ads
you
be
can turn
killing
that
me.
time to a degree. An extra 1,400 hours.
His Majesty would like
Old girl right here,
Sorry, I had to turn that off.
shut up. Old girl right here, this white girl, she be speaking some shit. She's looking at her shit because of what she speak.
was hidden on my computer somewhere. I am now mirroring my phone, so it makes it easier for me to share videos. But anyway, that's neither here or there. But I played this one in particular. Well, you just heard that. You heard everything that he had to say. I think it's self-explanatory. It sounds all nice and utopian, but we know the realities of that. Can you imagine men across the world have no work to do and it's just optional?
Yeah.
That's a core to
You heard him?
who a man is, what makes a man. Just as any man who's unemployed and how they feel and just their mental health. This is a disaster in the making, but I told you this is what they want. And while everybody is fighting about different things and distracted, they're not understanding that this is here. This is being ushered in. And
You're not understanding how fucking delusional you are. Literally thinking someone's coming to save you. But didn't save the infant. Didn't save the little baby, though. That was getting touched on by some crazy fucking idiot. But he's coming to save you, though. People like this that try to talk greasy, that try to act like they're educating something, or think, oh, I don't care what y'all believe in, but long as I believe in my Bible, or I know where I'm going, shut your ass up. Because I'm pretty sure you was the first in line to get that digital shot.
they were getting loud and proud about it. They were getting bold about saying these things, and they're rushing it. They're rushing.
Yes, they are.
This. They're rushing us to this finish line. And you've got to wonder why. You've got to wonder why. But we don't have to wonder too much because they have laid out what they're going to do. Now, I played this in my live stream, but I want to play it here because I think it's important for you guys to hear it. But these are 8 predictions for 2030. We're talking 4 years, essentially. These are 8 predictions that the WEF, the World Economic Forum, have given, okay, about the world, of what the world is going to be in 2030. 4 years. 4 years.
So the World Economic Forum has come up with their 8 predictions that they think will happen by the year 2030. And by predictions, I mean they're going to pay a bunch of billionaires like George Soros to mind wash the dumb youth.
What created the universe? A source of power created the universe. It's no he or she, no matter what that may mean to you. These imaginary labels that something that you go by, that another creature like you that's in a meat suit have put out a label. All of these, I don't care how long things like me been on here. No one knows. So someone that walk, talk, eat, shit, and sleep like I do, I don't care how long ago they was living. Aztecs, Mayans, all that shit's irrelevant. Go as far back as you want to. It's crazy how you got beings walking today and literally we try to go back to the Egyptians or the Aztecs or the Mayans or the Anunnaki may become. Shut your ass up. Shut up. Now, as check this out. Before I continue, this thing called the Bible, this book, there was one that was written a long time ago, but that's long gone. No human alive, no being walking this place right now today, know where that is. It's not under no man-made church. It's not under no damn pyramid. It's not, no, I don't care who was, I don't give a shit if something came out of the sky right now that looked totally different from us. Do that mean that shit is more important than me? No, not even close. For someone talking about some 3-eye atlas bullshit or some Anunnaki maybe coming back, I don't want to hear any of that retarded shit. Because guess what? If I'm alive, no matter what I am, no one can tell me what the hell I am. No one. So as long as I'm alive, right? I'm just as important as whatever may come here. Simple as that. Just that simple. I would never put nothing over me. Nothing. Nothing. Understand that? Let's get back.
Into thinking this way so that these predictions can come true. Now I'm going to play some of them and then I'll read the rest of them to you because, yeah. 8 predictions for the world. You own nothing and you'll be happy. And if you're not, we'll put you in re-education camps and then fill you with a bunch of SSRIs and antidepressants. And if you still don't like it, don't worry, they'll find a use for you. The US won't be the world's leading superpower. That's because they want China. Just like Justin Trudeau said, their simplistic communist style is all that he ever wanted, and that's what he's getting in Canada and a bunch of other Western countries. You won't die waiting for an organ donor. Why? Because according to them, they'll just print organs. That's also a lie. You're going to be the organ donations through things like MAID, like medically assisted induced dying. Yeah.
Let me tell you something. You people that worship, you beings, whatever we may be, that worship other things, that worship other people, thoughts, concepts, and creations. Let me tell you something. A lot of people don't like to accept that they are ultimate authority. Ultimate authority. You, whatever you are ultimate authority. God is in you. God is not outside you. You don't worship outside yourself. That's why they say you have to go within. You don't go without. You don't go outside words. Don't you understand? Back in the day, I see why religion is so strong. I don't give a shit what religion, Quran, once again, Quran, Christian, Catholic, whatever shit you like to worship, don't matter. But I see how it have become so strong. Just with Christianity alone, if you didn't get down with Christianity, they used to impale you with a spike up your ass if you didn't get down with Christianity and sit you up on a pole until you screamed and screamed until they didn't hear the scream no more. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it motherfucking twisted. That shit that you follow, that Christianity shit, they say what? The light bearer. Who's the light bearer? Huh? That's this thing called Satan. Guess what? I don't want to be trapped in something called heaven, and I don't want to be trapped in something called hell. I want to be completely free to roam this black void at all cost. You think I want to be trapped in something up there for eternity? You think I want to be trapped something down here for eternity? No. So your imaginary story that you have been conditioned to, and it's strong. It's very strong. Because if you did back in the days, if you didn't get down with their rules, if you didn't believe in what they believed in, they will murder yours. Just like that. Just like that. If you didn't get down what they said, they would you. Just that simple. Miss me with that shit.
A bunch of countries have them. And now you can get it just because,
That shit that y'all worship is very evil. All of it. I don't care what you worship. Listen to me, you Listen to me, you religious motherfuckers. All that shit that y'all worship is pure. It's the pinnacle of evil. Pinnacle. That literally came from somebody else's thoughts to control you. And if you didn't get down with it back in the day, and we just talking about one gender, not both, just the female gender. If you didn't get down with it, they will impale you through your vagina. Go look up Vlad the Impaler. I don't want to go. I don't want to go that far with y'all. But go look up Vlad the Impaler, a real vampire. And the closest movie that I have ever got to it, was who? Bram Stoker's Dracula. Go look up Bram Stoker's Dracula and get a real good sense of what your religion is about. Huh? Your light bearer. Huh? People got this concept of the devil, right? With big horns, red, goat feet. But in y'all book, that toilet paper book that y'all worship, what did they say? He comes down as an angel. Oh my God.
You're sad one day. So
To the
maybe
real
those
one.
organs go to the rich. But hey, whatever. And you'll eat much less meat. Why? Well, because an occasional treat, not a staple for the good of the environment and our health. On their website, they specifically say that they want to limit people to 3 items of clothing a year because of the environment. But they get to, fly to Geneva, Switzerland, and Brazil on their private jets and eat filet mignon and all those other things while us plebs suffer.
In the beginning, there was always a master plan for wicked.
1 billion people will be displaced by climate change. We'll have to do a better job at welcoming and integrating refugees. AKA George Soros is...
Let me tell you something. The beings that runs this place, no matter who's at the top, it's not no company that you may know of. The beings that runs this place, whatever this place is, they don't give a damn about humanity. Don't let this concept of, my God, don't let this concept of money fool you. I know a lot of y'all have very short attention span. Very short. TikTok alone got y'all fucking fried. TikTok alone have your brains fucking fried. Your average human being, if that's what you want to call it, cannot even pay attention no longer than like 15 seconds. The average. People will conversate with you and talk about, oh, don't go too deep. Everything is deep. You shallow, bird brain ass being. I do not see how you can call yourself an adult. Y'all come up with these concepts. You call yourself an adult, right? You have offspring. You have little ones of you. Let alone, you got the woman going against the man and the man going against the woman on the shallow, stupid, damn devices. Your Instagram, your YouTube, your Facebooks. So many people is so lost. Me alone Do you know how many badass females I have passed up? Big booty, nice, whatever, that a man want to look at to have fun with. None of that shit matters. Because if they're not on a conscious level that I'm on, it don't even make sense. I don't even like other men. I don't even like other males around me. Why? Because all they're thinking about is stupid surface level bullshit. Sports. Trying to mess with a female because they don't value themselves. They want to be depleted coomers. The most valuablest thing in the world. You holding your balls. It's literally, listen to it. It's in the name. Sea men. You have men swimming in the sea. But if you don't value it and you just let it off to this pretty female, because she just wants to drain your ass, because you're not conscious enough to understand that she's just using you with that pretty face or the body that she has. Don't let me really start frying and dying you motherfuckers. So many females I have passed up because they just want to, what? They just want a real quick what? Dopamine hit, let alone getting drunk. You come here, whatever this place is, and there's walking beings that will try to tell you what this place is. No one knows what this place is. And it's very, and I mean it's very unimaginably huge. The place that you walk on is alive. It's literally alive. I see exactly why I have what you call friends. I don't even know what that even is. You can't even talk to your own so-called family members because they don't understand you themselves.
Paying a bunch of people to flood Europe and North America that are completely incompatible with Western societies to absolutely ruining from the inside out. And if you say anything, you're a racist. So you have to be better at bending over and allowing everyone to just come in and do whatever they want. Polluters will have to pay to emit carbon dioxide. This is so that we can bring in green energy that doesn't work, so that we can ration our energy use, and so that we can live like it's the 1800s, because we're plebs. You could be preparing to go to Mars. You know, alien life, that's to prepare you for Project Bluebeam, so that they can enact the one world government and the new religion that they want.
You still got people talking about some Project Bluebeam. Project Bluebeam can slap your ass in the face and you wouldn't even know what it is. That's Project Bluebeam now. That's some orbs or the 3-eye atlas. Shut the fuck up. How can y'all have a brain in your head and not want to think for yourselves? If you're not a free think, I don't care how fat your ass is. I don't care how bad your body may be, how pretty you may be. If you can't think for yourself, I cannot fuck with you. Even like looking at a person. Protect your gaze. Like my nigga spiritual soul, like my boy spiritual soul say, protect your gaze at all costs. Conversating with a person, looking at a person will drain you, let alone having sexual intercourse with them, creating a soul tie what you would call what? Real marriage. What do you think having sexual intercourse is? It's what you call real marriage. Not these irrelevant ass vows you walk, putting on a dress, putting on a suit, going to a church, a monastery, saying some vows that you don't even mean. That's not marriage. Marriage is when you have sexual intercourse with someone. That's true marriage. You got dudes walking around talking about body count. What you bring to the slap your ass myself. You just as stupid as these females that's out here. Bird brain ass people. I was talking to a female not too long ago, and she said, "Oh, there's guys really talking about what you bring to the table." I didn't even know dudes was actually. I did not know people was actually saying that. What you bring to the table. The males themselves, let alone the female looking for a proper male. She don't even understand herself. But the depleted, low conscious, depleted, coomer ass males can't even retain their sperm no longer than a week. You think I want a dude around me like that? All he think about is sex. Because he don't have the mental conscious discipline to hold his power. He want to give it out to her. And then when he can't get what he want, what do? He use this shit called money. I'm gonna go buy a car. I'm gonna go buy a house. And I'm gonna get her that way. And that shit still don't work. Because the only way to keep a woman is unless she wants to be kept by you, my friend. No matter what you own, no matter, you could be Jeff Bezos himself, and you still won't be able to keep your broad, nigga. So you can make all the money you want. Your broad will still get took from you. Why? Because you're a depleted coomer. You can't buy when you're part of the 1%, like me. When you mentally get changed because someone betrayed you, because you put so much expectation on them. That's my fault. But I trusted this person. And guess what? The event that happened was the best thing that have ever happened to me. Because it woke me up. It woke me up to something very high power. Gave me a chance to see, oh, she's pretty, she's pretty, she's pretty. They're all pretty, but they're absolutely fried inside. Money can't buy. Money can't make you part of the 1% at all. No matter how much money you may make, no matter what material bullshit you may try to own or hold on to that you think you own, it's not going to help you keep a female at all. But let's get back to it.
And number 8, Western values will have been tested to the breaking point. That's exactly what's happening right now. But don't worry, checks and balances that underpin our democracies must not be forgotten. Don't worry, democracies will be completely forgotten and you won't even know what it means. You'll have a digital ID and you'll be in a digital prison and you have to say and think exactly what they want you to say. Yay!
And everything she said on there is correct. Just to piggyback, let me show you this. Do you guys know that Bill Gates funded research into genetically engineering cattle ticks? Now 450,000 Americans have red meat allergies from alpha-gal syndrome caused by tick bites. There is a man who's actually died from this, and people are getting sick. Why would they, these are biting people, why would they engineer a tick that would make you allergic to red meat?
What do you mean, why? To even ask that question shows how delusional and lost you are. The people, the things that runs this place don't give a shit about you. Not even in the slightest.
When part of the World Economic Forum, part of what they want to happen is that people stop eating meat completely. So what better way than to create...
You're not even supposed to eat meat to begin with. You're not even supposed to consume meat to begin with. Bird brain.
a new allergy to make us all allergic to it. So you're forced into it. You're forced into it. That right there is a pandemic. That's a pandemic. That's not their best one.
People is so stuck in their ways. They think now that these people that's changing shit and making artificial meat and printed meat out of whatever, these people are so stuck in their ways, they think these people is the dangerous ones. If y'all was killing off all the bison, killing off all the cows, and killing off all the animals so y'all could consume their flesh, I would do the same shit that they're doing too. So y'all can honestly stop. But y'all so stuck in y'all ways, y'all can't even comprehend the shit. That's how lost y'all are. Eat vegetables, eat fruit. Eat something that's going to charge you up, not dead flesh. And hey, don't get it twisted. You have always been on the menu since day one. The same way people that consume cows and shit, they consuming humans as well on the daily. Don't don't let that, don't get it twisted. Don't let that fly over your delusional ass head. The same way y'all eat cows, chickens, and all the other shit, humans is getting consumed on a daily the same way. The people that's doing this, I would do the same too. Let alone locking animals up in cages to view them for your personal pleasure in zoos and shit.
But we've been talking about how I keep saying it over and over, how they've let it slip. They've let it slip that that's what they're planning for. Okay, but getting into Canada,
They ain't let shit slip. Trust me, ain't nothing slipping at all. Probably something slipping up in you, but ain't nothing slipping at all. They've been telling y'all blind bird brain ass people for a while now what they're going to do. It's just you starting to see it for yourself now. That's all that is. Trust me. Don't get it twisted.
she mentioned Canada. I think she may be Canadian. Well, they've just given up when it comes to immigration. They just don't even care anymore. So it says Canada Border Security says because they are short-staffed, illegals are no longer required to be screened before entry.
Hercules 20-volt brushless power tools are as good as the best for a whole lot less, only at Harbor Freight.
Illegals simply enter Canada, click a couple boxes on their phone, and they're officially refugees. And okay, actually, I'll play it. Is this wild, guys? Is this what they say we're tinfoil, we're crazy and all of that? But if you start listening to
Yeah. People like you are most definitely beyond crazy. You're delusional.
attention to these details, which none of our politicians are talking about any of this stuff.
Why would they?
They all know it. I don't care who you vote for. I don't care what party you vote for. I don't care what faction in each party. I don't care who you are. They all know it. They all know all of this stuff. And yet, they have us distracted with things that are going to mean nothing. They don't care about our votes anymore because they won't matter. If we will own nothing and be happy, listen, you won't vote and you will be happy. When they said we will not have to vote again, you don't have to believe me. Believe what you want. These are my beliefs. These from the evidence that I'm seeing, and they're saying out loud. But let's listen to this gentleman.
In essence, to speed things up, because we are short-staffed, we're allowing people into the country without first doing that security screening.
Okay, hold on a second. So you're saying that a refugee claimant coming to Canada goes to a machine and says, I want to be a refugee in Canada, hits a button and they're in the country? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it's not a machine, it's an application. So the one-touch system, they're given instructions on how to use that. That connects directly with IRCC, and they're given that documentation to complete on their own once they're in the country. We're not doing that.
So basically, they take out their phone, theoretically, and they tap it a few times, and they are now in the country as a refugee accepted by our country.
Yes, we get some basic data from them, and again, we do the biometrics. Beyond that, they're doing that on their own, yes. So in essence, to speed things up, because we are short-staffed.
Did you notice he said they do the biometrics? They're using the digital ID biometrics in order to just let illegals just come in. Just illegals just come in. No screening process. You just get to check a little boxes. Are you a terrorist? Are you doesn't matter. Automatically, you get refugee status. And not only that, you're going to get all full government benefits. And most likely you're considered legal at that point. You're going to get ID. You're going to get all of the benefits of being a citizen in Canada. And if you think it's just there, guys, this is
All those people that's invading Canada or invading whatever, those are the ones that's going to comply because they just want to come over here anyway. They're going to push. They don't need y'all at all because they got them that's going to comply to the system with anybody that wants to resist the system.
globally, and it is coming here to the U.S. But getting into this social credit score and what I talked about with the banking, what we talk about with the money, okay, the social credit score is already rolled out. All the things that are happening here, all the groundwork they're laying in the UK, all the things that they've done it in China, okay? They haven't fully implemented everything, we know that, because the B system is not fully operable yet. But what they've done over there, I showed you the video. Kids wear a QR code and get lined up and scanned to take their next vaccine, and it goes into their social credit. All right, their social credit score. And this is why they're pushing social credit versus actual credit score, because they're going to do away with credit score because you won't own anything. You won't have any money. You won't work. So none of that is going to be relevant. All of these things are converging. Are you starting to see the picture of what is happening? Now, I want to play this video. It has an AI voice, but it is very good information to help you understand and pull together some of these pieces so it becomes clearer. Now, at first, it may scare you, which is done to me at first, but the more and more I look at it, the more trust.
Now, she about to show you something, right? She about to show you some real stuff, but she honestly think she's safe from what she's talking about. A lot of people think that's delusional. That's delusional as think that just because she believe in this imaginary whatever, she's safe from what's actually finna to happen to her reality.
Faith and belief in Jesus Christ do I have my belief in the Word of God, and understanding that I don't need to be afraid. I don't need to be afraid. God knew this was happening before I even was aware of it, that there was a plan set in time and that Jesus will be returning. You don't have to believe me. You can.
But all the shit that have went on before you was even thought of, he didn't come back for any of that though. He didn't come back for any of that. But he's going to come back for your delusional ass. Make it make sense, Tiny Tim. Make it make sense, Little Johnny. Punky Brewster. Delusional ass woman. There's somebody right now in a basement, terrified. But he's going to come back for your delusional ass. Give me a break. You make absolutely no sense.
Take your bets with this stuff. Like, listen, I know you probably trust the government and you think they really have your best in mind and that they really love you. The politicians love you. The government loves you. Elon Musk loves you. The world, the WEF loves you. And I'm just a crazy conspiracy theorist wearing tinfoil. So don't listen to me. I'm a religious nut. Okay, so.
She even said it herself. She's a nut. Yeah. You and people like you need to be in a damn psych ward or something. Because something is clearly wrong with y'all. Matter of fact, nothing's wrong with y'all. It's just this shit that y'all pray to, this source, this frame of power, got this hold, this spell over y'all, where y'all can't break this shit and think for yourselves. I just thought of something just now. It gotta be some sort of verbal spell over these religions for people to follow that they can't break even if they wanted to. You gotta be, I don't even like to use the word because it's blown out of proportion, but you gotta be chosen from the source, chosen from the void itself to break this religious bullshit and think for yourself. Because no way you can be a conscious walking being and see what the hell's going on and still fall for this shit. It makes absolutely no sense.
You trust in the government that as your God. I'm going to trust in Jesus Christ and what the Word of God says. Okay? So that is where you need to be reassured, guys. You need to be reassured that these things were all predicted in the Bible. And when we combine it with the third temple.
Who the do you think wrote the modern Bible? There is no predicting shit. They are going page for page of what they're going to do to y'all asses. It's in their book. That's their book. There is no predicting nothing. Exactly what they say they're going to do, they're doing it to y'all.
What's happening with 3i Atlas and NASA line, and now even scientists and astronomers are just like going crazy because they're just like, NASA's a complete joke. They're lying about everything. Because if they're going to lie about one thing, why aren't they not lying about all of it? And if you've been following my live streams, you know exactly what they're lying about. But let's listen to this.
Hey guys, so I just stepped out of surgery and I had a quick second and wanted to let you know that patients are always asking me how much dental implants cost. They also ask me how we do teeth in 24 hours and what do the payment plans look like. Now, because we get these questions so often, we put together what we call the cost guide. It's completely free. You can click the link below to get it. It tells you everything you need to know about dental implant pricing and answers many more questions. Click below to check it out. No credit.
A quote commonly attributed to Benito Mussolini: fascism should more properly be called corporatism because it is the merger of state and corporate power. clearly explains the form of today's emerging fascist state in America. Last week, we reported how the digital ID will be deployed by private companies and the customer's consent. The government doesn't need to mandate biometric ID, which would most likely be considered a violation of American rights. And so it outsources the mandate to private companies who are legally required to get consent, while the government is free to collect and utilize this data under legal immunity. Just like the COVID era, you will be free to give consent. But if you choose not to, you will have to leave the reservation and find a way to fend for yourself. This week, we will look at...
Did you hear what he said? If you don't comply, you're going to have to fend for yourself. But you got delusional ass people like her. Think, what are you going to do? What are you going to do, huh? You think before this get 100% over 100 implemented, your imaginary friend is fixed to come save your ass? No. It's either you're going to comply, you're going to fold like a lawn chair, or you're going to be poor. You're going to have to thug it out. So you better start to prepare yourself mentally already. Let alone have to go in the backyard, dig a hole, and take a shit in it. Or start using a bucket of water to wash your ass. You ain't ready for that. You couldn't even withstand 2 months without using normal body wash. Let alone trying to have the cake face on your face. Because you all caked it, even though you are pretty, you caked the hell up. Stop it. Stop.
What is commonly known as the social credit score and its active deployment in the U.S.
I was about to order food on Uber Eats, and as I'm about to check out, I noticed this disclosure, which made me pause. I was like, huh? What do you mean an algorithm is determining the price that I am paying for based on my personal data?
Communist China's social credit system is a compliance framework that was launched in 2014 with the official goal of building trust in society by punishing individual behavior. This system has allowed banks to shut off people's money and prevent them from traveling or leaving their neighborhood. It allows the Communist Chinese government the ability to condition people's behavior on an individual basis, and it is now being deployed in the United States. Here, it is being called algorithmic pricing and uses automated computer programs to dynamically set the price of goods and services in real time and on an individual basis. The algorithms are based on large amounts of data, including customer behavior, and can charge one individual more than another for the same product based on their willingness to pay and all of their personal data. Wherever you live in the U.S., you are likely being subjected to this social credit score system right now. But the only way you would know is if you reside in the state of New York. On November 10th, 2025, New York's Algorithmic Pricing Disclosure Act was launched. The Southern District of New York upheld the act as constitutional because it compels private corporations to notify you that you are being charged based on personalized algorithmic pricing, which the courts define as dynamic pricing set by an algorithm that uses personal data. Personal data is defined as any data that identifies or could reasonably be linked directly or indirectly with a specific consumer or device.
It's going down already. It's going down already. Just because it's not in your specific area, you think you're going to get saved. You think whatever you believe in is fixed to come save you before it honestly get to your ass. Huh? Huh, Miss Delusional? Huh? You make no sense.
The law does not consider whether that data was voluntarily provided or not, which means that every aspect of your life can be used to determine what a company charges you for their service. New York's Algorithmic Pricing Disclosure Act is the first of its kind, and we can expect to soon see the same in all 50 states. But one thing is for certain, the social credit score is now a real thing in America. And
I don't know what state you in, but before it get to your state, wherever you may be, I highly doubt your Jesus is going to come and save your pretty ass. You're going to fold like a lawn chair. Trust me. Fold.
It's a safe bet that the carbon tax isn't far away. An AI-run cryptocurrency economy is the only solution being pursued by the...
And right now as we speak, the crypto market is tanking. Tanking. It's either you're going to get down with the digital ID or you're going to have to thug it out for yourself. Thug it out.
United States government and the big banks, who see it as the only way to save America from its crippling debt and claim victory in the artificial intelligence arms race.
In AI 2027, what we depict happening is special economic zones with zero red tape. The government basically intervenes to help this whole thing go faster.
Because the promise of gains is so large that even though there are protesters massed outside these special economic zones who are about to lose their jobs as plumbers and be dependent on a universal basic income, the promise of, trillions of more in wealth is too alluring for governments to pass up. That's
what we guess. But of course, the future is hard to predict. But part of the reason why we predict that is that we think that at least at that stage, the arms race will still be continuing between the U.S. and other countries, most notably China. Right. And so if you imagine yourself in the position of the president, and the super intelligences are giving you these wonderful forecasts with amazing research and data backing them up, showing how they think they could, transform the economy in 1 year if you did X, Y, and Z. But if you don't do anything, it'll take them 10 years because of all the regulations. Meanwhile, China, it's pretty clear that the president would be very sympathetic to that argument,
Greg Reese reporting.
So there it is. There it is.
There it is.
Find that with all the stuff I've been showing you, and now I'm just saying we've gone for almost 30 minutes on this video, and I have a lot more to show you of things I've unpacked. So make sure you are subscribed, that you hit the notification bell, because I'm going to keep you updated. I have so much to share with you, and this is the top priority in the entire world right now.
Top priority.
In the U.S., this is the number one thing. And when I say the number one thing, I'm talking about the digital ID, the B system, the AI, all of the things they're keeping us distracted for, and all of the things that they say that are good for us. Not the fights that we're having. They like all that, right? Because it keeps us fighting like roaches, distracted. We're not really looking at what they're doing. How many people sit through and watch all the videos from the WEF? Who combs through?
And damn, she's so pretty. Look at her. She's gorgeous. Even though the cake face is helping. But she's pretty. Brain is fried.
All of their literature. They know we don't. But they say it all out loud. If you just open your eyes and ears and listen and hear them, this is what they want. These are the things that they are saying. And it's in plain sight. So what are you going to do? You're not going to be able to fight this. You're not.
She needs to listen to her own words. So if you're trying to tell somebody you're not going to be able to fight this, what are you going to do? Huh? Because this character in the sky is not going to do shit for you at all. Miss Delusional.
Like, I don't care what anybody's saying. Okay? Listen, the Second Amendment is not going to save you. You're going to need digital ID even to have any type of weapon. And if you don't get the digital ID, what do you think they're going to do? What do you think? They're just going to let you rest, or they come into your house?
Listen to your own words.
Nothing will save you. Nothing will save you. You can try. You can try and fight. But the only thing that will save you is what the Bible says. Predicted all of this.
So she said nothing's going to save you. But honestly think this toilet paper ass book is going to help you. How delusional can you be? You really need to go get looked at, because you all fucked up.
predicted every single thing.
There is no predictions. The shit was all written out a long time ago.
Jesus Christ alone. Like I said, though, believe it or not, if the government is your God or you don't believe in it, that's fine. Okay? You're going to get what you get. And I'm saying this with love. I'm not trying to be condescending. I'm not trying to be mean. But people need a hope. But outside of your faith and belief in what Jesus Christ said and that he is returning soon, there is nothing else that will save you. There's no country on earth that you can run to. You can't live off the land. Like, you can try for a while, but we already know what they're planning and what's going to happen. So, guys, make your choice, but trust and believe. Do not lose hope. Do not lose faith. Do not feel scared. That's, this is not meant to scare you. This is meant to inform you. You may get a little scared at first, maybe more terrified, but this is where you have to walk by faith, okay, and not by sight. Yes, we see everything that's happening, but at the same time, there are some amazing things happening. Some things.
Have all the faith you want. Your ass is gonna fold to that digital ID. That's for sure. Now we got another one. Another one I want to. Sorry for that, but another one that I want to show you that's delusional. That's very delusional. Let me get off this. Bam. This other one called Nick Jones. Oh. This guy called Nick Jones. He's another one. A delusional ass male. I'll let y'all hear a little bit of him.
I'm a woman of faith. We are a Christian couple, and this is pure evil. There's no other way to describe it.
I saw my son. I picked him up and held him, and my husband ran outside to try to get some help. Just started praying.
I had no idea the psychological harm that an AI chatbot could do until I saw it in my son and I saw his light turn dark.
So we have to start here because this is going to set the foundation for our entire conversation. And let me just say this. She says it in a very lighthearted tone at first, but let me just tell you,
we ain't gonna let that shit
there's
distract
nothing light about what happened. All right, let's go.
All right, put a finger down if you were watching one of your favorite TV shows and the character on the show reminded you of your brother, not that they looked alike, but that the way that they carried themselves. And the character in the show ends up passing away, so you end up calling your brother crying because it just felt like your brother died in that moment or whatever, right? And you call your brother and he's like, oh my gosh, you're kind of funny, I'm not going anywhere, blah, 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 right? And you have a 2 or 3 hour conversation, and then he calls you 2 days later talking about he found Jesus and all this other stuff, and God was talking to him, and you didn't really think much of it because your brother gets
and you know what?
About certain stuff, and he's just learning about
we're gonna go back live on him. I'm gonna keep this one though. We're gonna go back live on him. Maybe another time so we can get more of a quiet environment. But hey, I'm about to end this live and I'm gonna post this up. And I catch y'all in the next one. For sure, for sure. Do not be delusional. Because all this material shit is not going to save you at all. All right? So you better be ready to get down for sure. Because that digital ID, you're going to have to deal with for sure. Push the light, throw the light. Always be positive already. And do not be delusional. Got it? This your boy, Monterico, and I catch y'all in the next one. I'm out. Peace.